The newest stuff pack for The Sims 4, Crystal Creations, doesn't come out for another week, but I just could not wait to start building with crystals. So I grabbed my notebook and I sketched out this build on paper. I decided I would build a crystal palace in the magic realm on top of a floating asteroid. So grab your wand and prepare to be spellbound as we embark on a magical journey to the Crystal Palace. Welcome to the Crystal Palace. So let me just set the scene here. We are in the magic realm in The Sims. We are on a floating asteroid in the middle of, I don't know what, space, some other universe, some other reality. Here we are, and this is the Crystal Palace. All right, before I dive in and give you a tour of the build, I just wanted to say my name is Ryan. If we haven't met, nice to meet you. I think this is going to be a really fun build, so come along, let's do it. All right, so yeah, here is the Crystal Palace. We have a beautiful rock wall all around the property for some walking paths for people to walk through. We have these really cool, pretty lanterns that create some sort of like an archway for the entrance of the build. I like to give it like this kind of like shape right here, so it's almost like it's like an archway, but it's like an incompleted archway. So the main feature of the Crystal Palace is this pool right here. It's in the front of the lot, and inside the pool there's all different colors of crystals, and I really like this because you can see that the water reflects the crystal, so it gives it some dimension to it. And then we have this floating space rock as the centerpiece of this feature. And then what I did is, this is the Crystal Palace, so I lined the pool with all these crystals. I got every single crystal you could possibly get in The Sims, like in this build, and there's all sorts of colors, and they're all lined up through around this this pool. I figured as I go through this build I could drop some facts about myself, because I realized I'm just kind of like talking about The Sims, but I wanted to like share a little bit about myself as well. So first fun fact, I am from Connecticut. I'm a New England boy through and through, but currently I live in Austin, Texas. Alright y'all, this next feature is probably my favorite feature in the build. We have this cave right here, which I didn't know was an item that existed, so when I found it I got really excited. And I put all these lights in the cave, so it looks like there's this mysterious magical glow coming out of the cave. And then right at the entrance of the cave, you'll see there's these like psychedelic mushrooms, and then there's like these floating flowers that are just there around the mushroom. I love this feature because it's totally like up to your imagination. Why is it glowing? Why are there magic mushrooms growing from it? Why are there floating flowers? It's a mystery. It's the Crystal Palace. It could be anything. So like one of my favorite things ever is making art and then sharing it with people. I think it is so fun to just like pour your heart and soul into something and then share it with the world and see if anyone else like resonates with it or likes it too. I don't know. I like to be proud of what I make. Like I'm happy about what I make and I like to share it. And yeah, it just gives me joy. So one of the ways I do this is through making Sims builds like this. And I have like so many other ideas too. I want to do like some photography, some videography, maybe some poetry. I got all sorts of fun things planned, but I'm starting out with like focus on Sims builds. So if you're down for the journey, make sure you like and subscribe because it's gonna be fun. So the main feature here is you walk in and there's this grand staircase, and then we have this archway here with some ivy just to give it some framing and dimension there. And then we have another really cool feature. It's like, I forget the word. It's either like a lattice or a trellis or something. It's one of those two words. But it's basically like this fence right here that I drew, and I made like a cross stitch type of pattern. So it's not like an actual object. It's something I had to create. And then what I did was layer it with some flat plants, which are these objects here, and it creates like some sort of like awning with like plants growing through it. In terms of like the detail of the building, I went for like a castle theme, so you'll see there's bricks and stones, there's some stained glass castle windows, some very regal looking columns, and then there's like a little trim here that you would find on like a castle, and then like a castle like fence as well. And then here at the top you have the place where they're hoarding like all these magical, powerful, valuable crystals. There's this pyramid shaped glass roof at the top, and then inside is just the motherload of crystals. Like they are all jammed in there. I'm not sure what the purpose is. Maybe there's some sort of like magic ritual going on. Maybe they're just being stored there for value. Maybe they're sentimental. I have no idea. It's up to your imagination. And then we just have like a walkway at the top here for people to walk around. We got beautiful drooping ivy coming out everywhere and vines and pretty plants. So it's very like overgrown as well. Caressing the build is all these different rocks and boulders. I wanted it to kind of look like these boulders were here before and the palace was just built into the boulders. And then another neat thing that I added this pool here on the side. So it looks like it's kind of coming off from the rock. So it's like some sort of natural hot spring. And then I lined it with crystals as well. So you can go up here and swim in the hot springs. Imagine that view sitting here in the hot springs and looking out and seeing this purple sky and all these crystals around. That'd be pretty cool, pretty relaxing if you ask me. And then the way that this environment is built, there's a bridge on the other side that leads to this magical portal. So I figured it would be only appropriate if there was a door coming out on the other end where you go down the stairs and cross the bridge. So we have this like back area as well. And I love this because it kind of looks like it's like a fortress, like it's blocked off. You have to pass through this in order to get to the other side over here. And there you have it, the Crystal Palace. I'm so excited for this pack to come out. I'm most intrigued by the build items in this pack. If you watch the trailer, there was this really pretty blue crystal tree, and I want to buy the pack just so I can have that tree because it looks so pretty. I'm hoping there's a couple more items just like that that'll make it worth buying. So yeah, I'm excited to see what other objects might be in that pack and how I can use those objects for builds in the future. Alright, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm so excited for all the builds that I have coming up in the future and all the art that I'm going to make. I am really excited to do this. Alright, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.